When I was walking in here, this place is just torn to shreds with grubs. That about gave me a heart attack. 5 yards. I'm gonna try and slip in here. This is a huge gamble. One more morning sit before I gotta head out of town. Update from Tennessee. My buddy hasn't kicked me out of his house yet. He's still let me stay on his couch, so that's good news. Bad news is all of my shooters have disappeared for about 2 weeks now. And it's just been dead. I mean, it's not happening. None of my bucks at night or daytime, just nothing, ghost town. So the last 3 days, I've been up here. I've been spending time knocking on doors, getting new places, new cameras out, trying to get something happening, trying to get something working. And I got a spot on about 30 acres, and I put a camera in it a couple days ago, and it's holding a bunch of does. And last night I got pictures of a buck that I honestly can't really tell what he is. He's a mainframe 10. It looks like he's got some stuff on him, and it looks like he's got a drop tine. And we don't have stands, like nothing. We are going in there for a little ground game, and our wind is perfect. It's blowing back towards the river, and I think our plan is to get as close to this river bottom as we can, hopefully hug this bank up into this little flat, and get aggressive with some calling. So trying to make something happen, because all of our other spots are just totally dead right now. So changing it up, getting aggressive. Here's what the deal is. Our plan is to drop down to this river bank. I don't know if we can get to the bank of the river and hug it all the way down, or if it's gonna be too deep of water. But we're gonna get as close to that as we can, keep the wind in our face. It's a perfect wind going black in our face, back past behind us in the river. And so we're gonna ease up into this flat and see if this buck is still in it. Running that down. They're acting like something else is here. Dude, there's a poacher in here. It's a freaking poacher. That's where those deer are running from. Gosh dang it, are you freaking kidding me? Order a Nucanoe Uber.
Right on time, bud.
I gotta push this back, hold on.
Yeah, there's all kinds of water. I think this was a bad idea for me to sit in the front.
We're almost there.
Thank you.
Land ho, baby. I know we're on turkey hunting next year. There's 3 longbeards in there, and they're all big. Like big. This is a huge gamble. We're going into the bedding for sure. Gotta risk it to get the biscuit. There's a hot doe in here. We just backed out from our original plan this morning. Doe ran by. That's 2 bucks that had just been behind her. We ran back in here and got set up. Our wind is perfect. Can you imagine if that was him? That close. All right, picking it up from yesterday, when we sat on the ground and had those bucks coming from us. So right after that, I went in and moved the stands that we hung coming from the creek, moved them further over towards this corner where all these deer are showing up at. Got a north wind, should be perfect this morning, blowing away from the corner. And I got a pretty decent trek in there. So I just parked. I'm gonna be walking in the dark, and hopefully we'll pick it back up in daylight at the tree. I did have the buck with the drop tine come by last night at like 1 in the morning, so hopefully he's still in this area and that we can get in undetected. Shooter. That's him. That's the drop top buck. Please, Lord. I'm not gonna complain because that was really cool, but that friggin' sucked at the same time. I rattled and grunted my tail off trying to get him off those does. But he was just kind of moseying on. I mean, those two does just kind of wandered up that creek ditch, and he just eventually moseyed on with them. Man, I thought it was about to happen. And that deer's a giant. He had a tree stuck in his head when he was first walking in. Freaking giant. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Degrees right now. It's just cold still. I think it should be a good morning. I was planning on getting a bunch of other stuff done around town. And of course, 1 o'clock, the buck shows up. That was about an hour ago, and I'm taking a huge gamble right now slipping in here. But I've only got another day or so left to hunt this deer. I'm gonna try and slip in here. See if I can't get in my stand without blowing anything out. This is a huge gamble. But I knew I should have been in this freaking tree. I feel so stupid. midday update. I'm doing an all-day sit. We got some crunchy PB&J. Well, just PB actually that's keeping me through. No more pushing anything back. This is 100% my last sit here in Tennessee for the next week or so. And headed back to Atlanta tonight to be with family. All right, we made it back to Tennessee last night and actually had one of the shooters show up yesterday evening. So we're picking back up from the last trip. We're here. I've got just a couple days to hunt. Some of these deer are daylighting in here. So we're hoping that we can slip in, make a move this morning, and finally get it done here in Tennessee. It's like 50 degrees this morning. I think it's supposed to get up to like upper 60s today. So I don't think this is going to be one of those they're moving all day kind of deals. Kind of like it was the last time I was here. I think with it being hot like this, that these deer are kind of getting on their feet in the mornings and then probably later in the evenings. So I feel like I'm in a very, very good place to get it done here in Tennessee right now. There's 2 shooters in here. My access is perfect. My wind in here has been perfect, or about as ideal as you can get. I haven't blown any deer out. I haven't boogered any deer. And so I feel comfortable sitting this place a good bit, repeatedly sitting here, I guess. All right, so we're back in for one more morning sit before I gotta head out of town. I've got a quick update. The drop tine buck that I had the encounter with before Thanksgiving in here, I was actually sent a picture of him yesterday evening from a friend of mine who lives in this area in a side field 2.5 miles away from here. So he's a long ways away, so at least he was yesterday. And I know for a deer, especially overnight, that's nothing. But I was thinking he was kind of holding tighter into here than he is. And it never ceases to amaze me how far these deer travel. And it would not surprise me if he came back through this morning, just slipping through. But having that picture sent to me and finding out where it was taken was a little demoralizing, because it was a long ways away. I couldn't even really believe it, because he was here, a couple days ago. So may have found a piece of the puzzle, but I still think it can happen here. We're going to sit tight this morning. back in, baby. Oh my gosh. That deer was 2.5, 3 miles away last night. I was not expecting him to see, I was not expecting to see him. And the two does in front of me were 100% on to me. They kept, every time I'd try to move the camera or get clipped into my bow, looking at me. The main doe that I knew was coming into heat took off, and the yearling was left behind. And I looked in the camera, I had him in the frame, he was slightly quartered to, and I squeezed it off, and I thought it was a really good shot. And then he ran out to maybe like 35 yards. I got another arrow in him. I remember Jay telling me a long time ago, when you first hit a deer, when you shoot a deer, if you get a follow-up shot, no matter what angle, just if you can get another arrow in that deer after you have drawn blood on him, do it. Get another arrow in him wherever you can. And he was quartered kind of hard away, and I think I hit back. I'm gonna play it smart, back out, give him time. It's cold this morning. It's like upper 30s, 40 degrees this morning, so no worries on the deer going bad. So we'll give him time, get back in here, and hopefully put our hands on him. Reinforcements.
Let's go.
Need some help, brother.
Hey, let's go find this deer.
I'm really disappointed in myself on the first shot. With the chaos of everything, I rushed it and I hit low. The second shot I got was hard quartered away, and I think it entered just behind the rib cage on the entry side, and hoping it buried up into him to catch gut, liver, and hopefully back of lung. And if that's the case, he's dead right now where I last saw him. If it's liver, this deer needs time. It's been closing on 7 hours, something like that, since the shot. So we're gonna go really slow. We're gonna kayak across like I've been doing and basically pick up the trail and just go really slow, glassing. And you know, if another shot opportunity presents itself, we're gonna take it, but hopefully he's just laying up in this corner. I sat in the stand for an hour after the shot, just watching this corner, and he did not come out of it. And there's really no other way for him to get out going that way. So I feel confident he's in that corner, and he definitely didn't leave. So, man, I'm praying that we just walk up on him and he's just stone dead. So
That's it?
Yep. So you know that hopefully if this goes as planned, I'm gonna be replacing you with a buck, right?
I hope so, man.
I saw him at probably 120-ish yards, kind of where he went into this privet edge over here. So we're gonna go that general direction. I'm gonna be looking for blood, but I wanna be focusing my attention up ahead to see if I see him. So we're just gonna slowly work our way that way. I'm gonna be using my binos like crazy. I think I'm gonna get in the kayak and paddle the river and just see if I see. But I know he's gonna want to go to water. I saw him, dude. I paddled 30 yards from him. He's sick. No, he's not dead. But I mean, I got him. He's like on this stuff. We had to have walked right above him. I got it marked on my map, and I got it marked as a tree that's got orange limbs still on it. I think we can slip over the top and put a final shot on him. He's not in good shape. I mean, he would lay there and die, but I want to put that animal out of his misery.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Rolled it. Yeah. And if he's gonna give you a shot.
I didn't either, dude. I could see the tips of his rack. He was just staring at me. Thank you, Lord. I'm so glad to put that deer down, man. I feel so crappy about, it makes me sick when a situation like this happens with a deer. But we did our absolute best to finish it and put him down. The hunt's over, I can take my orange off.
Dude.
You see that drop tine?
Yeah.
Like, this is real, dude. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of shows wouldn't show the realness of it, but like this happens to real hunters. Like, we're not superstar hunters. Like, we just are deathly, like, just crazy passionate about this stuff, and we have real hunting experiences, and we want to show those experiences as learning curves or learning lessons, not only for us but for you guys to see too. And that was track the deer slow. I sat in my stand and just glassed for an hour. We knew he was in here, and the goal was to get another shot at him, go slow, and we ended up getting another shot and finishing the deal. And I just got this spot like 2 weeks ago, just, you know, knocking on the door. It led to a deer, man.
You've been eating too many Wheaties.
Oh.
Are you good?
Yeah.
2 dudes and a deer. It's wet.
I need you to just stay steady. Stay steady, Bubba.
I'm sinking.
Just stay steady, Bubba.
I'm so.
Just stay steady,
I'm 3
Bubba.
inches underwater.
No, don't be leaning on me. Don't be leaning on me. Slade!
I'm not leaning. You're leaning.
All right, get off.
You're soaked.
My phone's wet. Perfect.
We made it.
Should
Y'all
just
sank
walk.
our
Should
ship.
just walked across.
At that point, you should have.
Dude, that is a stud of a deer.
One, two, three. We got him loaded up. We're gonna get him taken care of. Tennessee has been a journey this year. I've gone through 5 or 6 different places, hunting 5 or 6 different deer, boiled down to here, and it was a fiasco today, but I'm thankful to have put an end to this here story in Tennessee. So we're gonna get him wrapped up. I gotta head back to Atlanta, and I think we might be heading to Alabama or possibly back to Tennessee later this year. We appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time. Now we drive around town for a little while.